To tell you the truth, guys, I wasn't really ready. I wasn't really ready at all on reviewing this episode or even talk about it that much. All day I haven't watched it until now, and this is just my first reactions, my general thoughts, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Um, very speechless, very much just in a wow, that was awesome. Um, it was just really good on how everything went, and the story is Yonwit, I think I'm saying his name right, pretty much took Kachala and they became the Guardians of the Galaxy. And when you see the world pretty much uh, go forward in this specific timeline, Nebula shows up. Now, you tell me, does she really remind you a certain character? I know she reminds me of a certain X-Men character because the way Nebula looks, ooh, it got a hardcore Emma Frost level. The hair design, the way she was literally depicted, it reminded me when Emma Frost joined the X-Men. So I did notice what they were trying to do, and I kind of a little smiled on that. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. All right, that was cool. So overall, that was interesting how that went. But overall, the whole plan was going down to the collector, get this plant, and pretty much get out. Eventually, T'Challa finds out more about his family and what really went down. And he gets all pissed off on Yamwin. I think I'm saying his name right. But overall, they get over it and they beat the crap out of the collector. And then after that, he goes home to Wakanda. And you have a very touching family reunion. That was cool. And it really was awesome. It really was awesome seeing that. And I'm sorry I was a little bit emotional talking about this episode because I was really not looking forward to it. To know that this is the final recordings of what he did in a Marvel product is a little bit disturbing, if you ask me, because it really breaks my heart that he'll never continue doing Marvel stuff. And I really liked the Guardians of the Galaxy. This whole team really was great. The lineup was really interesting. They all acted very much as a family. And it just feels like, wow, I would love to see more of these guys. I would love to see more. And it's just, you kind of feel like, it is what it is. You'll never have a continuation out of this whole continuity in a way. Granted, you could put it in a comic book form, but they're never going to do that. Maybe in a different variation of Marvel Comics they would, but the Marvel Comics is very different than Marvel Studios. It is what it is on that. But besides all that stuff, I really enjoyed this episode. I did like the whole aspect of paying condolence to Chadwick Boseman, and it was very good. The theme of the credits was very touching, and yeah. And there were a lot of funny moments. There were and I mean a lot of cool moments. And it was great. It was awesome. So overall, I'm definitely looking forward to next week's episode because next week's episode is Spider-Man, and Ego is the father of Spider-Man. Dun 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 dun. That part, I'm like, what? Dude, no way! No way! Ego, the father of Spider-Man! And I already see Spider-Man fans literally doing the Luke Skywalker, no! No! And you could have that whole meme, search your feelings. I know it to be true. And I'm like, oh god, dude, it is gonna be fucking lit. I cannot wait for that episode. Oh. Anyway, tell me your thoughts down below. Did you agree with me on the Nebula knockoff on Emma Frost? And how did you felt on Chadwick Boseman's final performance? And rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Your legacy will be remembered. That's all I'm going to say.